Hi, I'm Elliot, and this is my blog, Confessions of a Death Metal Vocalist, and this will be a run-through of, well, a beginner's run-through anyway, of dynamics and range and how to use them in a simple possible way. Like, yeah. Dynamics basically can be defined as the volume, range and tone of any vocal line, range, pattern anywhere, and how it interacts with the music underneath them, like, and how the notes interact with each other, and that's dynamics. It's fairly simple. Like, it's what gives the music character, like, and it makes vocal lines sound unique, as it were. Like, and plenty of vocalists use vocal dynamics in interesting ways, like obvious ones being like Travis Strnad or Dani Filth, because they use like stupidly large range, like dynamically, to make their music sound interesting. Like that quick change, like the interlace, or say Dani Filth's kind of a deal. Yeah, like that's how they use it. Like, I mean, range wise, like, quick run through of what you can do. You can go from about and then I use a slightly different technique for some of my other highs. So from you can get slightly higher if you don't go from the very bottom note. And yeah, so you've got the deep low, what I call it a deep low anyway, which is basically just pitching as low as you humanly can to clean it. Then you kind of get your false chords going, and you're like, and then you just kind of put words under it. So, for example. Then you've got just a bog standard low, which is mouth more open and slightly higher in tone, but same technique. So you go, oh. Then you've got the mid, which is just try to be completely clean of high or low tone. Then you've got the highs, which can go from to and then further back in your throat, like, and yeah, you can use any of those ranges to like interact with shit. And then, like, what's really interesting about range is how you use it within the same notes on your throat, which sounds confusing, but I'll give you an example of it. Like, because basically, when you're singing, be it death growling or normal singing, you're singing a note. So if you're singing he, you're singing he, or you're singing hey, like, it's still harmonically the same. So you're using like a technique in your throat to just exude it a different way, which means that you actually have to think about what you're singing, like, melodically, as well as just, you know, bog standard, unless of course it's a, you know, silly death metal band. But yeah, so you can actually use pretty much the entire vocal range on one note and make it sound really different. So let's just take a he, for example. You can go, or you can go he, or you can go hey, or you can go hi, or you can go hey, or you can go ah, or you can ah. And yeah, that was all off rough, not entirely, but roughly the same note, like. And yeah, and you can use that. So for example, if you sing a you can sing a over top of it, then you can sing a over top of that, and it'll sound in tune-ish, if that makes any sense. Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, on the upcoming Phyrexia album, there's a 4-part harmony with death growling. It's awesome. And yeah, like, it's just, don't think about like your dynamic range as just high, low and mids, because it is, and you can think about it that way, and it's a little easy for songwriting and how you interact with stuff, but it's a really not a good way to think about it if you want to get all technical and stuff, which is up to you entirely, as I'm not going to dictate how you should do your songwriting. And yeah, like, I'll give you some examples of interesting dynamic things. For example, like let's say Corpse Grinder has one or two dynamic techniques which basically exude to, which is just inserting a high on the end of the line, which is one way of looking at things. Then you've got Trevor Strnad's quick change, which I quite like using just because I can and I like showing off. But what that is basically you'll sing half a line, say I bought my newspaper this morning. I bought my newspaper this morning. Then you sing the next line, so I my newspaper this morning, over the same thing, and then you just go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, which when you put it together goes, I bought my newspaper this morning, I bought my newspaper this morning. And you can go up and down like I bought my newspaper this morning, or something like that. But that sounds silly, but you can do it. And then you've also got the way that it interacts with the music. Like if you've got a really simple line, like of a da 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 for a chorus or something, you can go like da 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 da. You go da 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 da, and it's worth thinking about. Like the best example I can think of it, well, probably because it's in one of my songs, but yeah, is in a Wolfsaw song called Endless Mead, where time for another drink, where I use the low to kind of punch through the word and make it a bit more important within the line. And yeah, like, yeah. Any questions, or you know, want to tell me I'm an idiot? It's the internet, it's the place for it.